SciSpi.tv proudly presents the Esoteric Series with Brad Olsen. Hello, and thank you for joining us on SciSpi.tv, which just pre-launched a couple of weeks ago, and I am so grateful that my dear friend Brad Olsen is going to be blessing us with his show, Esoteric Series, on SciSpi TV. And this is such good timing. I know we've done a few interviews and I've filmed some of your presentations at conferences, but you are headed out on an amazing adventure, my friend.
Sure am. And we're going to be uploading many of my shows from the peacetour.com website, which will have several different shows that I'm producing, including one called The Esoteric Circle, which is part of the Esoteric Series. We're also going to include several of my presentations, so it is more of a series of many of the media content I've created and included right here on SciSpi TV.
Tell us where you're going to be going, specifically.
Well, I'm going to buy a camper van in Chile. The reason why I'm doing it in Chile is because you can then travel across the borders to other countries. From Chile, driving all the way up to Peru via Highway 1 and joining Nassim Harriman and their tour group to a different sacred place every day for 2.5 weeks. So I should be coming up with a lot of great content on our trips there. And then after we tour around the Sacred Valley in the Cusco region and Machu Picchu, we're going to go over the border to Lake Titicaca, which is renowned for UFO sightings and indigenous culture there on the lake. It's the highest alpine lake in the world. And then, of course, visiting the very enigmatic Tiwanaku in Bolivia. Then after the tour is done, my partner Emily and I are going to carry on into La Paz, Bolivia, visit the Witches Market and other sites in Bolivia before we continue on to Argentina. We may hit Paraguay on the way to Iguazu Falls and briefly pop into Brazil. And the plan is to get down to Terra del Fuego at the southern tip of South America by the end of the year, when we're going to make a shot to Antarctica. Then I would join the 7-continent club of being all continents of the world. So I want to make that happen. Then we'll come back and get in our van and continue our tour of Chile and Argentina along the spine of the Andes Mountains, ending up in Buenos Aires and taking a ferry over to Uruguay for the Carnival. So that will tie into some of the TV shows that we're going to be doing, uploaded right here on SciSpi TV, on my channel, the Esoteric Series.
That is so fantastic. What an excellent adventure that you and Emily Infinity are going to be on. And let's talk a little bit about the shows that you're going to be creating as part of this journey.
Well, my show on this journey will be the Esoteric Circle, which is based on a radio show I did for 14 months, and covering all the subjects that I write about in my 2 esoteric books, Future Esoteric and Modern Esoteric. So I'm looking to talk to the shamans, practitioners, find all these UFO sites around Lake Titicaca and other megalithic sites. And I'm also going to do Journey to Sacred Places. As I mentioned, we'll be going to a different sacred place every single day, so chock full of megalithic sites, temple sites, Inca, pre-Inca, and covering the whole gamut of the high culture that once existed in South America and created these incredible monuments that we'll be documenting and having experts in the field tell us more about them. My very first book was a travel book called World Stompers. So when we find a nice trail to hike on, or going to the Carnival celebrations, just tying in all the fun things that an independent backpacker could do while in South America. Those are the 3 shows I'm producing. Emily Infinity is going to do the otherworldly kitchen. We're going to try to find different indigenous women to show us ingredients and different recipes that we can prepare in a local kitchen. And then she is just incredible with sourcing different ingredients to create potions in another show we're calling The Alchemist's Elixir. So perhaps creating our own suntan lotion, sunscreen, or Emily already makes her own toothpaste. So she's really good at creating these little concoctions and potions that we can use on our trip. So we want to make each one of these shows very educational, try to synthesize the most important things in each show that we're experiencing and bring them to you right here on SciSpi TV.
That is super creative. And just quickly, I'm so fascinated, of course, by all the sacred temple sites in South America, Lake Titicaca. That is the dream trip. But let's talk briefly about Antarctica and this hidden giant craft that has been spotted there.
There have been many reports. I've known about it for about 10 years when I was getting some images from someone who worked in what he called the secret services of the EU. This gentleman who goes by an anonymous name, George Crystal, has sent me these images of a massive craft under the ice. And now it's melting, so it's very difficult to try to conceal this craft for much longer. Now, Antarctica is a huge continent, Suzanne. We would need an expedition team. We would need the clearance to get out there. And I can't guarantee we're going to see it. Our intention is there. We want to go. It would be groundbreaking, even historic, if we were able to document it and see it. And I want to come back and use the material from South America and Antarctica in my 2019 and 2020 lecture series, including right here in Sedona next March 2019, where I'll be one of the speakers at your conference.
Yes, Beyond the Matrix, Spring Equinox 2019, March 19th and 20th, right here in Sedona, Arizona at the Creative Life Center. So many exciting things unfolding. I am so excited for both you and Emily, and thank you so much for bringing this adventure footage to us. Those of us here at home that can support you in any way by creating amazing footage, sharing it with the rest of the world, getting out there on social media. So we feel like we're right there alongside you on this fascinating adventure around the globe and into the cosmos, right?
That's where we're going.
All right, so tune in, SciSpi.tv, the esoteric series with Brad Olsen. Thanks, Brad.
Thank you.
Welcome to a brand new network, SciSpi TV. Creators of a new genre, Sci-Spi, merging science and spirituality, along with a revolutionary new interactive format so that you can virtually engage in many ways on our fascinating journey around the globe and into the cosmos. Featuring world-renowned authors, speakers, and experts in many fields. SciSpi TV is a brand new internet TV network that will rock your world.